Greetings, beloveds. Welcome back to Oracle Rebirth. We on the road right now. We on the move. But I had to bring this message. Been up since 5 and watching the sunrise, watching the clouds change, and along with the full moon being in Pisces, this is a time of emotional healing, possibly some turmoil. I'm going to keep it 100. And this is a time where you might feel like you want to be by yourself, okay? So I sat here because I wanted to be kind of short and to the point. So I pulled a few cards. And the first card that came up was Joy and Muse. Joyful Muse. This is talking about inspiration. This is talking about doing things that you always wanted to do, dreamed to do. And when the first card came out, this Fool card, then I heard, go buy a mustard seed, because you need to step out on faith and have the faith of a mustard seed. And when we get caught up in the world of paying Mr. Charlie, so to speak, but thinking about all that you have and the bills that you have to pay and the responsibilities that you have and different things like that, a lot of times it will put you in a base of fear that if I just step away from this and just step into this, I'm doubting what will be the outcome. So bringing it down to the word doubt, that breeds fear. That breeds you where you stay stagnant, where you don't believe in your own personal power and creativity. Okay? So giving you some food for thought on that. So, moving on, then the Judgment card came up. So the energy that I felt from this was that letting go of things that you've been molded to think of who you are, what you cannot accomplish. And it's time to free yourself. And just take a look at that card. She is freeing herself. She's surrendering and just leaping into this mustard seed of faith energy. That whatever I think, I can create. Whatever I doubt, I can erase it. And with this being an emotional period within this full moon in Pisces, we all have a lot of, well, you might not have a lot. It might be something, one thing specific, but things from your past that have put you in emotional pain, turmoil, things that you've held on to, beloved, it's time to let it go. And it can be hard because painful things can be buried very deep, okay? And within that, during this time, this is a good time because your emotions are so high and you're sensitive right now. your intuition is going to another level, all right? So I invite you to write down those painful things that you realize within yourself. Yeah, I've been holding on to this. Yeah, every time I think of this, it brings me tears. It brings me pain. It brings me sadness. Um, yeah, I don't even want to think about certain things that have transpired in your past. But healing that past opens a door to your rebirthing, your new future, and the new you. All right? So let's keep it moving. So then, the first breath beginner's mind card came up. The first thing that came to me was the, and you you can't remember your first breath once you were born. But think of the first breath you took before you left the womb of your mother, and the freedom, the unknown, depending on somebody to feed you, clothe you, dry you. And then as you grew up, even at one to five, you're still dependent on somebody. But you're also were in the process of being molded into what your caregiver felt was the right thing to do. So thinking about that first breath and that first energy, that childlike energy of you could do anything, and you're just learning as you go. You just go on with the flow. You're touching on things that you're not supposed to be touching on, and you're hearing no, no. And, they tap the back of your hand when you keep doing something. So it's like, oh, and even with the energy, a lesson, I'm not going to even apologize from that train, because when I heard that train, I'm like, the new you is arriving. Sound the horns, because I am here. Okay? Even with that judgment card, it's just that energy of blowing them horns, because the new you has arrived. Okay? But back to this. When you were like 2, you might have saw, and it was a bee. You might have saw a fire flame. You know no fear. So you reach out to touch it. And, the parent will say, no, no. And then you like, well, why no, no? What is this? You just full of wonder, full of exploration. And so some parents say, okay, well, let them get near it. So once you burn yourself or feel the heat, then you're like, oh, okay, now I know why the no. Okay? So just learning and moving through your next chapter in your life, now that you're grown and can be okay with being who you truly are, or who you truly feel you need to be. Okay? And this commitment card came up, and it was in reverse. And this card is basically clarifying the retrograde that is here, not signing any contracts or making any long-term agreements right through here now. It's also a card of changes and commitments that may have been set in a relationship that might be changing. okay? And be all right with that. Just go with the flow of that, okay? So be aware of decisions and stuff that you making right through here now that may need to be put on hold to alleviate a decision or commitment to something that you might regret later, okay? And then we have the spirit place. This is the energy of, so this place of spirit, this is letting you know that whatever decisions you make, whatever you're going through, the creator, spirit guides, whomever you believe in that has your back, you just gotta know that. You know, it's stepping out on that leap of faith with that mustard seed to know that there's no need for me to worry, because whatever I need, it will be handled. It will be taken care of. Okay? So then, the last two cards that came up were the Ten of Cups, baby. To clarify, there is no need to worry. You could go ahead and take that leap of faith and know that everything is going to be all right, no matter how bad it seems. Okay? Because some things can, work on your mind. Things are, it's like when I put one foot forward, it's like two steps back. But then also, you got to know, this is the way Spirit needed it to be. Just like things from your past or hardships that you done went through, it just made you a stronger person. It's something you needed to put that grit in you, so to speak. To put that determination in you, that strength, okay? So when bad things happen, don't let it take you under. Look at the lesson in it. And then look how you come out shining, okay? So, and with that Ten of Cups, the last cup was the Queen of Cups. Surrendering over to Spirit, feeling the energy of Spirit that fuels you with determination, that fuels you with the mindset of creation as opposed to what's not going on. Looking at the cup half full instead of half empty. Grabbing yourself back when when them negative thoughts come in, that lower vibration, okay? So just looking at that, just surrender, put your connection with the divine, and know that everything will be just fine, okay? So that's what I got. That was a 13-something minute message. I didn't mean for it to be that long, but sitting here watching the sunrise and looking at these clouds changing and doing my meditation and, having a meeting with my mind and with Spirit. Yeah, they told me to come and help you, beloveds. So hopefully something within this message gave you something that will give you that aha moment, make you where you pull your bootstraps up and keep it moving. All right? You know how we do it. We keep it peaceful and positive no matter what. Until next time, beloveds, be good to yourself. Do some pampering on yourself, okay? And release those things that no longer serve you. Write it down on a piece of paper. And then go to the water, go somewhere out in nature and burn it. Burn it away from you. Even embody some meditations if that's what you're into, okay? Because meditation and prayer go synonymous with each other, okay? Prayer is like the intention. Meditation is like the confirmation, the the conclusion. All right. Until next time, fam. Love ya.